Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome back to Learn English Smartly. I'm Melly, and I am so excited to be with you today. Have you ever felt like learning English is a huge mountain to climb? Or maybe you've started, but you sometimes feel a little lost or frustrated. Well, you are not alone. Today, I want to share a very special story with you. It's called The Boy Who Never Spoke English, Smartly and Easily. This story is about a young boy, just like many of us, who wanted to speak English. It's filled with amazing tips and strategies that helped her, and I truly believe they can help you too. So find a comfortable spot, grab your favorite drink, and let's dive into Maya's incredible adventure of learning English. Are you ready? Let's begin. Tomvir was always the quiet boy. In school, he sat in the last bench. He never raised his hand. He never answered questions. And he never spoke in English. When the English teacher asked, "Tomvir, read this sentence," his hands shook. His lips opened, but no words came out. The class laughed. The teacher sighed. Every time he tried to speak, he failed. The words didn't come. They got stuck in his throat, like heavy stones. After class, Tomvir walked home alone. He didn't take the short road. He walked the long way through the fields. There, no one could see him. No one could laugh at him. He whispered to the wind, "Why can't I speak?" He wasn't dumb. He studied hard. He read books. He memorized vocabulary. But when it was time to speak, silence. At home, he stood in front of the mirror. He said, "Hello, my name is Tomvir." It sounded okay. Then, "I want to be a good speaker." His voice cracked. Then, "Can I speak English with you?" He forgot the next word. He tried again. And again. Each time he failed. Each time, he felt like giving up. But still, he didn't stop. Because deep inside, a tiny voice whispered, "Keep going. You are getting better." His friends laughed. "Why do you speak like a robot? You'll never speak like real English people. You're from a village. Be realistic." Even his uncle once said, "English is not for people like us. Be smart. Learn something useful." Tomvir stayed quiet. But inside, something was burning. He didn't want to prove them wrong. He just wanted to prove himself right. One day, his cousin gave him an old pair of headphones. "These don't work well," his cousin said. "You can have them." Tomvir took them like they were gold. He connected them to his small phone. He searched YouTube. English listening practice. Shadowing for beginners. He found one video. A man reading slow, clear English sentences. Then repeating them. Tomvir copied the speaker's voice. Again. And again. His mother watched him talk to the phone every night. She smiled quietly. She didn't understand the words. But she saw the fire in her son's eyes. Tomvir began his new routine. Every morning, before school. He woke up at 5 a.m. The village was quiet. The birds were still sleeping. Even the roosters had not started to sing. But Tomvir, he had his headphones on. He was listening. "I am going to the market." Repeat. "I am going to the market." "Can you help me?" Repeat. "Can you help me?" He wasn't just listening. He was copying. He was shadowing. He was still shy. He didn't want others to hear. So he whispered the words, "I want to improve. I will try again." Every sentence was a small victory. His dog, Bolu, sat beside him listening. Bolu didn't care if his English was bad. He just wagged his tail. Sometimes, Tomvir laughed to himself. "My dog is my first English student." In school, he didn't speak much. But something changed. He looked up more. He listened carefully to the English teacher. He started reading out loud, at home. His sister heard him once and said, "Bye, your voice sounds different." Tomvir smiled. He said softly, "Maybe I'm becoming different." There were bad days too. There were bad days too. Some days, his tongue felt heavy. Some words didn't sound right. He would listen to a sentence 10 times and still say it wrong. One night, after 30 minutes of practice, he threw off his headphones. He cried, "Why is it so hard? Why can't I speak like the video?" His mother came and sat beside him. She said just one thing. You're learning to walk again, with a new language. Keep walking. He wiped his tears. He put the headphones back on. I am learning to speak English. I am not perfect, but I will not stop. Tonvir made a promise to himself. For 30 days, I will shadow English. Every single day. No matter what. Day 1. Day 2. Day 3. He continued. Even on exam days. Even on rainy days. Even on days he was tired. Some days, he spoke while walking to school. People thought he was talking to himself. He didn't care. Each word was like a brick. Each sentence built a new version of him. On day 21, something changed. During English class, the teacher asked, "Who can describe their morning routine in English?" The room was silent. No one raised their hand. Then slowly, Tonvir stood up. Everyone turned. Eyes wide. Whispers started. But Tonvir didn't notice. His heartbeat was loud. He said, I wake up at 5. I brush my teeth. I go outside for a walk. The sentence was simple, but clear, confident, real. The teacher smiled. Good job, Tonvir. Tonvir sat down. His hands were shaking. But inside he was smiling. He had finally done it. Tonvir walked home that day with light feet. He didn't fly, but it felt like he could. For the first time, he had spoken English. In front of people. In front of the whole class. And they listened. That night, Tonvir sat with his shadowing notebook. He wrote, Today, I spoke English in class. I was scared, but I did it. I want to speak better tomorrow. Then he turned on his phone. Headphones in. Voice ready. He began again. How are you? How are you? I am fine, thank you. I am fine, thank you. What's your name? What's your name? Over and over. Repeat. Shadow. Repeat. The next day, Tonvir tried something new. He went to the small grocery shop near his house. The shopkeeper knew him. Tonvir took a deep breath and said, 1 packet salt. Thank you. The shopkeeper blinked. Then smiled. Learning English, huh? Tonvir nodded. Trying, he said. The shopkeeper said in broken English. Good. Keep speak. You do better. Tonvir smiled. That one moment gave him more courage than a full classroom. Soon, shadowing wasn't just a habit. It was part of his life. While brushing his teeth. While feeding the cow. While walking through the field. He whispered in English. He wasn't just practicing anymore. He was living English. This is my village. That is a tree. The sun is bright. I am learning. I will not stop. He talked to the cows. To the wind. To the river. They didn't understand English. But he did. And that was enough. 1 week later, the school announced, English speaking test, all students must speak. Tonvir's stomach twisted. He was still scared. Still not perfect. His best friend, Rafik, said, Bro, I'm gonna fail. Tonvir looked at him and said, We'll try. That's all we can do. Rafik laughed. You've changed. The test day came. The classroom was quiet. Each student had to come forward and speak for 1 minute. Tonvir waited his turn. His palms were sweaty. His legs felt weak. When his name was called, he stood up, walked forward, turned to face the class. He looked at their faces. He looked at the teacher. Then he began. Good morning. My name is Tonvir. I live in a small village. I love to learn English. Every day I listen. I repeat. I try. I am not perfect. But I will keep speaking. His voice was slow, but clear. Strong. 1 student clapped. Then another. Soon the class clapped together. The teacher smiled. Very good. Your pronunciation is improving. Tonvir sat down, his heart dancing. After the test, something new happened. Students started asking him, Hey Tonvir, how are you learning English? Can you help me too? What app are you using? He felt surprised. He was the shy one, the quiet one. Now people came to him for help. He said, I'm just shadowing. I listen, repeat, listen again. Every day, even if I fail. That's when he realized. Tanvir had become a new version of himself. Not because he became perfect, but because he kept trying. He still made mistakes. Still forgot words. Still felt nervous sometimes. But now, he didn't run from fear. He walked through it. Tanvir's teacher noticed the change too. She called him after class and said, "Tanvir, I'm proud of you. You're improving because you don't give up. Can you help others in the class?" He smiled shyly. "I'll try." That evening, Tanvir gathered 5 friends in the village field. They sat in a circle on the grass, phones in hand, 1 earbud each. He said, "We will listen together. Then we will speak together. No laughing at each other. No shame." And they began. Tanvir pressed play. "Hello. How are you? Hello. How are you?" They repeated. "I am fine, thank you. I am fine, thank you." They laughed sometimes. They stumbled. But they kept going. Day by day, the group grew. 10 people. 15 people. Even the little kids joined in. One day, while returning home from the fields, Tanvir had a thought. What if I made videos? What if I shared my shadowing practice online? What if I could help more people? That night, he told his sister, Rahima. She said, "You can do it, Bai. Just start." He took her phone, found a quiet corner. He recorded his first video. "Hello, my name is Tanvir. This is my shadowing practice. I am not perfect, but I will speak anyway. You can learn too." He uploaded the video to YouTube. No fancy editing. Just honesty. He went to sleep nervous. Woke up the next day. 27 views. "Wow," he whispered. By the end of the week, 130 views. 5 comments. One comment said, "I also feel shy to speak. Thank you for this." Another said, "Please make more videos. Your voice gives me hope." Tanvir stared at the screen. His eyes wet. He wasn't famous. He didn't go viral. But someone, somewhere, felt less alone because of him. That was enough. Week after week, Tanvir made new videos. He used simple words. Slow, clear voice. Motivational tone. He showed his real journey. Making mistakes. Starting again. Getting better. He spoke to the camera like a friend. "You are not bad at English. You are just afraid. And that fear can go away if you speak anyway." Subscribers grew. So did Tanvir's confidence. One day, a mean comment appeared. "Your English is terrible. Why are you teaching others?" Tanvir stared at the screen. For a moment, his heart dropped. He almost deleted the video. Almost stopped everything. But then, he remembered his own words. "I failed again and again. But I spoke anyway." He replied, "Thank you for watching. I am still learning just like you. Let's grow together." He posted a new video that night. One evening, an old man from the village stopped him. "Tanvir, my grandson watches your videos. He says you're his English teacher now." Tanvir smiled. He wasn't a teacher in a school. But he was helping. He was lifting. One voice at a time. Tanvir was no longer just a boy who once failed his English exam. He was now a storyteller, a motivator, and a fighter. But his journey wasn't over. There were still many days when he felt lost, when he questioned everything. Why am I doing this? Is it even helping anyone? Will I ever be fluent? But one thing kept him going. His why. His reason. Tanvir once watched a TED Talk online. The speaker said, "People don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it." That line stayed in his heart. He picked up a notebook. Wrote at the top, "Why I speak English anyway." And under it he wrote, "I want to speak to the world. I want to study in another country one day. I want to help my village kids dream big. I want to make my mother proud." He closed the notebook and whispered, "That's my why." From that day, when he felt tired, he opened that page. It gave him energy. One evening, he got a message on Instagram. "Assalamu alaikum Bai. I watched all your videos. I live in Khulna. I used to be scared to speak. But now I practice with you every day. Thank you. Because of you, I'm no longer afraid. Tomvir stared at the message. He read it again and again. This is why I started. That night, he made a new video. You may feel small. You may think your words don't matter. But to someone somewhere, your voice is a light. So keep speaking. Even if you fail. Even if they laugh. Even if no one claps. Speak anyway. One morning, as Tonvir sat editing a video, his mother came into the room. She said quietly, Tonvir, I don't understand all your English words. But I understand your heart. I see how much you work. I see how you've changed. He turned his face, hiding tears. Oma, I want to make you proud. She touched his head and smiled. You already have. In that moment, Tomvir didn't need millions of views, or fame, or awards. He just needed her smile. To celebrate 1,000 subscribers, Tomvir planned a live session. He was nervous. What if no one joined? But when he went live, 23 people joined in the first 5 minutes. People from different towns, different countries. They spoke broken English. They laughed nervously. But they spoke. Tomvir guided them. Say your name. Tell us how you feel. Remember, mistakes are proof you are learning. By the end of the session, everyone was smiling. Tomvir said, This is not just an English practice. This is a family. Weeks later, a small English academy in Dhaka emailed him. We saw your YouTube channel.